Guess who's back? Back again. Kat is back. Back again. Welcome back to Cooking with Kat, you guys. I am so excited to announce the relaunch of my YouTube cooking channel. And today I bring to you an amazing and easy but flavorful and delicious dish. I am going to make one of my favorites, chicken marinade, or even meat or fish or seafood marinade. But today's going to be chicken, along with one of my favorites, yellow rice. So first things first, I will start with the chicken, and the things that I have for it, I have a boneless, skinless chicken breast cut thinly, but you could really use any cut of meat or chicken that you'd like. And for the marinade, I have dried, actually fresh parsley, flat leaf parsley, chopped garlic. I have some apple cider vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, juice of a fresh lemon, and for the dry spices, I have some dried thyme, dried basil, dried oregano, a pinch of red pepper flakes, black pepper, salt, onion powder, and garlic powder. Okay, so this is the bowl that I'm going to be using to do make the marinade. First things first, I always put, trying to find my olive oil, guys, I'm a little rusty. First things first, I will add the olive oil into the bowl, just like so. Then I'll add my flat leaf parsley, garlic, juice of a fresh lemon, and it's okay if you have the seeds in there, they'll come out. And then I'll add the dry spices. Once you have all of that into your bowl, just put your stuff on the side so that way you can make more room. Oops. And my apple cider vinegar. Okay, so once you have all this in there, you're going to just mix. And again, this is one of my favorite marinades. You know, if you're working from home or busy with the kids and you have zero time, you can actually make this ahead of time, and it's actually tastier once you leave it marinating. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to grab a zipper. I believe this is a double zipper freezer bag. I'm gonna open it up, and I'm going to reserve a little bit of the marinade for later. Once the chicken is done cooking, then I top it a little bit with it. So this is the fork I was using for the marinade, and now this is going to be the fork that I use for the chicken. Just gonna add the chicken in there. I pounded them to a thin, but you could really use any size you'd like. And then I'm gonna add the majority of my marinade in there, okay? So once it's all in there, you wanna make sure you close the bag and actually mix everything in, okay? So we're just gonna massage it. You're gonna massage it. Actually, I'm gonna open it so that whole air can come out. So yeah, you just do this until all of your seasoning is mixed in. And I usually let it rest and massage every like 5 minutes or so. So nicely done. You're gonna close it up, and then you're just going to put it in your fridge and let it rest at least for an hour. If you don't have the time, I completely understand, it's fine, but the longer you leave it, the more flavorful it is. Okay, so we'll put that on the side. Next is our rice. The marinade will be reserved for later for topping. So with my rice, I have a Basmati Indian rice. You can really use any long grain rice or even jasmine rice. So I have 2 cups of water. For every cup of rice, I usually use 1.5 to 2 cups of water, okay? And in here, I have some butter, some chicken bouillon or chicken bouillon, however you want to call it, some onion powder, some turmeric, garlic powder, paprika, and the butter. I think I already mentioned that. And then 2 cups of water. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the butter down here. I'm going to add all of this, the spices inside the water, and I'm just going to mix that in, okay? And then we're just going to head over to the stove. Oh, there it is. Okay, so in the stove, I'm gonna put a pan on medium heat, and I'm gonna first add the butter and just let that melt a little bit. So we're gonna wait until it heats up, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil because it prevents the butter from sticking, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I added a little bit of olive oil so that way our butter doesn't burn. And then I'm going to add the rice. Okay, again, I'm using Basmati Indian rice, but you can use really any rice of your preference. And I'm just going to stir it just for a few seconds. It doesn't have to get toasty or anything. And I also wanted to mention that instead of like the powder forms, you can actually use really small chopped garlic and an onion, but for picky eaters like my hubby, I'd rather just throw in the granulated version of things. Okay, so we're just gonna mix that in. We'll move this over here on medium heat, and we're gonna let it come to a roaring boil. Once it comes to a boil, then we're going to lower it to low and put it on simmer and then cover it, and literally 15 to 20 minutes. Okay guys, so our rice has been cooking for about 15 to 18 minutes or so, and I believe it is ready. So the reason why you see foil paper here is because I picked this up from my grandma. Growing up, I always saw her put aluminum foil to cover her rice, and it just comes out so good. I believe it locks in moisture. So as you can see, it is done. It is super soft, and what I do, I just turn off the heat, I leave it uncovered, and then we'll let it rest, fluff it up with a fork after about 5 minutes of resting. So here I have a cast iron skillet heating up on medium-high heat, and I have our chicken, which is ready to be cooked. So pan preheated on medium-high heat, some olive oil, open up this the marinated chicken, and then because our pan is hot, and again, you can use any pan, it doesn't have to be a cast iron skillet, and I'm going to lay down our chicken just like so. Usually for about this thin or this cut or thinness, I do about 2 minutes 30 seconds on each side, but again, it depends on the kind of thickness that you have. Okay guys, so after a few minutes of cooking, my chicken is all done. Can you just look at this for a second? Look at how beautifully charred. And what I'm doing is just grilling some lemon, and literally it's just ready to plate up. Now that it's all plated up, I want to show you guys this delicious dish. I have my chicken, I have a little bit of salad, our yellow turmeric rice, and some grilled lemon. I'm just going to cut into it. I wish you guys can smell and see how tender this looks and smells even more incredible. So good, you guys. Amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you make this dish because it's to die for. See you next time. Thank you for sharing, and welcome back to Cooking with Kat.